G'day folks, it's DIY Guy 123 here bringing you another do-it-yourself video. I'm going to show you how to use a NanoVNA to sweep the SWR along your antenna spectrum. So let's get into it. I've been troubleshooting a Kenwood TS440 radio, wondering why the antenna tuner wasn't working. I thought maybe it was a faulty tuner in the radio, but what I found out was it's actually a bad antenna or something from the coax out to the antenna. Let's assume that it's calibrated, and I'm going to turn it off. So when you turn it on, you get a whole bunch of mess of stuff. So if you click anywhere in the display, it brings up the menu, and if you click stimulus, you can hit the start, and this is the start frequency, and I'll pick 1.8 megahertz for the start of the HF frequency, and then stop for 30 megahertz for the end of the HF frequency. And you can see on the bottom left it's 1.8, and the bottom right it's 30. Now let's clean this up a little bit. I don't so much care about the Smith plot or any other things like that. I only want the SWR reading. So go into display and trace, and you'll notice I've got yellow, green, teal, and fuchsia text. Well, I only want to get it down to a single line, so I'm going to take away all but one. So you notice the big mess of fuchsia. If I click trace 3 twice, it gets rid of that. See the green here? If I click trace 2 twice, it gets rid of that. And as I'm getting rid of these traces, the text identifiers at the top of the screen, they reduce as well. Let's get rid of trace 1, so I'm left with trace 0. Now, if I back out of there and click format, I want SWR. So now I'm showing SWR, and you also need to pick play channel, and you want S11 reflected. So now it is showing the SWR. I've got a really high SWR rate now, and the graph is going off of the screen. So how do we fix that? Let's click display and scale, and the top scale is where I'm having a problem. I'm going to pick 4. There, that's the best graph. And I can drag this yellow cursor. See at the end of my guitar pick, I can drag that along there to see the SWR. It's showing me the lowest SWR is 2 point something at 4 megahertz. It really should be much, much lower. These low parts should be closer to 1 or 1.1. So this is a super quick diagram showing what I have. I have my radio connected to a piece of coax, which is connected to this switch right here, a 2-position switch, so I can switch 2 radios on the same antenna. Then I have a piece of coax that goes outside. Then there's a bullet coupler that is grounded, so the outer shield is grounded. Then I have a balun to stop common mode interference current on the outside shield. Then I have a piece of coax. Then it hits the feed point of the antenna. Then I have my end-fed half-wave antenna transmitting element. Where is the problem? I'm taking the radio out of there and putting the NanoVNA in, looking this way, and there's a problem. To rule out the piece of coax and the switch that's in my shack, I actually removed the coax that goes out of the house and connected that directly to the NanoVNA. So, you know, this isn't a problem with the radio because I've used this, I've taken the radio out. I took this piece of coax out, I took this switch out. It could be a problem this way. So what I'm going to do is go right out, and instead of the antenna feed point, I'm going to put a dummy load on, and we'll see what that does to change things. So here we are outside. The coax comes out of the house, coils around, connects to this bullet right here that is connected to that gray ground wire, which goes to a ground rod. And then this is my balun that stops common mode current. And then the coax carries along. And I have an end-fed half-wave that's in an inverted square orientation. So basically the very end of it goes up in the air and then is suspended along and then hangs down here. And the feed point is very close to the ground. So here is the feed point. I'll cheat it a little bit because I've already done this test, but I'm just going to show you what I ended up doing. What I found was, see my finger right here, this terminal right here, and that piece of wire? That piece of wire is supposed to be connected to that terminal, and it had broken off. So I know what the problem is, but I didn't actually notice that before I did this test the first time. And so it was kind of, I should have seen it, but anyway. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the coax from the feed point and then hook up this dummy load. So I'm taking the coax off the feed point. So now I'm going to plug this into my dummy load. Now a dummy load, this one is rated for DC up to 1 gigahertz, and it's a 50 ohm impedance, and the capacity is 100 watts. So let's go back and see how that changed the SWR. Okay, so I didn't change the settings at all on the NanoVNA, and look, the SWR has fallen dramatically over the spectrum of 1.8 to 30. Change the top to be maximum of SWR 1.5. If I move this cursor along here, it's anywhere 1.1 and below. So very, very good SWR, as you'd expect for a dummy load. So that proves to me that the radio, the coax, the switch, the coax, the bullet coupler, the balun, and this piece of coax all the way to the feed point is good. So it's got to be a problem this way from the antenna out. Now, I did this test off camera, realized that, then went back out and looked at the feed panel, and I was like, oh my gosh, obviously that part was broken. But I used the test tools to kind of prove that all of this was good. That had to be the antenna. Then I noticed the broken wire in the antenna. So let's fix it and see what changes with the SWR. Okay, so off camera, in the winter, outside, with no electrical cord or anything, I used a little butane torch like that to solder on a new connector right on there, and then I screwed it onto the transformer box here. Something I'll note to you is, see the extra length? I only had a couple inches of slack before, and maybe that was just not enough. Now I've left, like, there's probably, if you stretch it out, there's probably 10 inches of wire there. So as this moves and flexes, hopefully there's enough strain relief, so that won't cause a problem. Okay, here we are back inside looking at this, and this is drastically different than the readings we got before. So if I check, you know, I've got SWRs as low as 1.2, 1.1, 1.1. And so I could zoom in and change the scale and change the start and stop frequency to really dial those in. And prior to making this repair, the antenna tuner in this radio was not working. Let's see if it works fine now. We're on 20 meters. I'll press the tune button. We'll see the SWR gauge go up and then fall down. Way up. And there it goes.
Thank you very much for coming back to my call. You're peaking about 5 and 8 at the moment. I got you about 5 and 8. It's the first time we worked looking at my log. And what's the name over? The handle is Eddie Echo Delta Delta Yankee.